My name is Young Sun Kim. I am 64 years old this year, and I live near Incheon International Airport in South Korea. As I get older, I deeply feel that time is like water rushing and falling down a powerful. My childhood, when I used to play so bright and carefree, has already become a time that is completely forgotten. It feels like I have just lived a very ordinary life. I think the body I inherited from my parents is a huge gift. I have maintained a height of 180 centimeters and a weight of 84 kilograms for over 20 years. I also don't even have a fat body. 4 years ago, an unfortunate thing happened to someone like me. One day, while I was passing by a mart during my daily routine, I dropped in because there were a few things I needed. While I was window shopping here and there, my vision suddenly went pitch black. I felt severe dizziness, and a cold sweat broke out on my back. Even more critical was that I felt a numbness diagonally in my left arm and right leg, while at the same time, all the energy was draining out of my body. I ended up leaning against a shelf in confusion, but my body was eventually thrown down onto the floor. Myself. Rather than feeling embarrassed, the only thought that came to my mind was, oh no, I'm having a cerebral infarction. Knowing that almost everyone around me who went to the hospital with these symptoms ended up being diagnosed as a Nogyungsek or Nochulhyol patient, I couldn't find the words to express how absolutely devastated I felt. It felt like I had fallen into a pitch-black cave. I tried to compose myself and put my thoughts in order. Since this stroke has come anyway, let's not miss the golden hour. As someone who always believed that a golden hour exists for all human affairs, my heart began to race with urgency. Let's go to a senior colleague who runs an Oriental medicine clinic downtown first. I caught a call taxi and headed toward my senior colleague. The Incheon Bridge came into view through the car window, like the bridge railings flashing past. The journey of my past life flashed through my mind, and the setting sun caught my eye. How much that sun resembles my current situation. Upon arriving at the senior colleague's Oriental medicine clinic, "Mr. Please perform bloodletting quickly," I pleaded. I usually practice bloodletting quite often. I requested bloodletting specifically on the spot behind my neck. The fairly large amount of bled blood was entirely made up of dark, thick blood clots. I felt a sense of clarity wash over me after the bloodletting. Kim Young Sun's heart began to race with urgency once again. Having decided to be admitted to a large hospital, Mr. Kim Young Sun arrived home, hurriedly packed a few essentials, and called for an ambulance. While we're on the subject, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the paramedics and emergency medical technicians around the world. Upon arriving at the emergency room, Mr. Kim Young Sun was moved to a hospital room after undergoing a flurry of treatments. At this point, I would like to express my gratitude once again to everyone working in the emergency room. Walking along the dawn path enveloped in flowing water fog, Mr. Kim Young Sun stopped dead in his tracks, startled. He heard the scolding voice of his late father. "You fool! Now you've gone and lost your health, too. You absolute fool." Mr. Kim Young Sun collapsed to the ground. Mr. Kim Young Sun woke up with a start. It was all a dream. On the second day of his hospitalization, the doctor said, "It is a cerebral infarction ischemic stroke." In his brief remarks, the doctor reassured him that it was, fortunately, not a severe case. Most fortunately, he avoided paralysis of his limbs. Only his speech and cognitive abilities were impaired. There was a young kid in my room at the hospital, and he totally caught me off guard. "You're so young. If you don't mind me asking, what are you in for? Mr. Kim politely asked the young patient. They said it's a brain hemorrhage. Once again, Mr. Kim was taken aback. Fortunately, it's a mild case, so I can breathe a sigh of relief. He said he's had diabetes since he was young, and that's what caused the brain hemorrhage. He is only 28 years old this year. He turned away, muttering to himself. Vascular disease really doesn't care about age. While age might play some role, Ms. Kim realized how crucial it is to have strong blood vessels and clean blood to truly enjoy a healthy life once again. He stared out the window into the distance and let out a long sigh. His long sigh. What did it truly signify? The human body is an anatomical structure made up of bones, muscles, and organs. Our body is structured so that clean blood circulates to various organs through strong blood vessels. Wishing health for our precious bodies and the smooth flow of clean blood. I will see you again in Chapter 2.